Well, we finally did it. We moved in. So yeah, the house didn't burn down. My wife hasn't left me, and what else? And we didn't run out of money, not yet. Yeah, we've been working on this house for, I think it's been about a year and 5 months, something like that. Yeah, so we pretty much severely underestimated the amount of time it would take to build this house. And that's okay. I think one of the main reasons it's taken so much longer is because of how tall the ceilings are. Everything takes probably 3 times longer just because we have to use the scaffold. Even outside doing all the siding, you'd had to do one piece, move the scaffold down, do the next piece of hardy, move the scaffold, do the next piece, move all the way back to where you started, do that piece. I mean, it's the same thing in here, whether it was the electrical or the insulation. You know, it all just took so much longer because we had to utilize the scaffold for everything. So it actually ended up working pretty good because the fact that things were taking longer made it to where our income would allow us to, purchase or move on to the next step after we finished up. Like we had the money to buy all the sheetrock, and then once that was done, we had all the money to buy, the next things that we needed. So it actually ended up working out okay. So we moved in around, it was like the middle of December, and we were both just really ready to get out of my parents' house. We had been living there for over 2 years, I think, and it was just time. The house was, I don't think the island was finished yet, but the bedroom was pretty much ready to go, so we went ahead and put the bed in. We have a full working bathroom, and I finished up the island and got the sink in within a few days of us moving in, so that kind of gave us somewhere to eat and hang out, and also we could wash dishes. But the next thing I'm working on right now is getting the range in. So I just have to finish up the countertops that are going to go back here, and those are pretty much done. I'll probably install them today, and then we'll be able to put the range in place, and yeah, we'll be able to cook in here. So I just recently finished getting the upper cabinets hung and painted, and then I built the shelving and stuff in there for those, and that made a huge difference because we were storing all of our dishes in the dishwasher. But yeah, we decided just to build our own cabinets. I thought it would be a interesting challenge, and it didn't seem all that hard. And after looking at the prices or getting some quotes for cabinets, and we wouldn't really be able to do what we wanted to do just using like stock cabinets. So we would have had to get a custom cabinets made, and that would have made it even more expensive. So we decided just to do it ourselves. And we're gonna add another level of cabinets up there, some small 12-inch cabinets, maybe with some glass eventually. But I think we are gonna purchase doors. That'll save me some time, and I think it'll look a lot better because I'm not really set up to build cabinet doors right now. But what else? So eventually we're gonna build in a little pantry here underneath the stairs. And over here there's gonna be like a little built-in countertop for our coffee pot to sit, and all of our coffee mugs can probably go underneath. Anyways, there'll be a sliding door right here that opens, and then you can step into like a really small pantry with shelves in there. But it should be plenty of space for what we need. And so we'll have range, and then I am gonna install a range hood. So I'm gonna have to cut some holes in my cabinets up here to accommodate the vent. So I think one of my favorite parts of the build so far has been this butcher block island. It turned out really nice. We went to Floor & Decor. They had the best price on butcher block countertops. But you can only get them in 8 by 25 inches, 8 foot by 25 inches. So we ended up having to buy 2 8-foot pieces, and then I had to glue them together to get our full width of 40 inches because the island it's 40 inches by 7 feet. So, but yeah, it turned out really good, and you can't see any seams or anything. The pieces were $250 a piece. So as for materials, we only spent $500. And I was actually able to use the scraps from these 2 pieces to glue up the other countertops together. So I had exactly enough to make a 3-foot piece and then a smaller 18-inch countertop piece. So yeah, we're really happy with how it turned out. We have a granite composite sink in here. Works good. Plumbing works good. Installed our dishwasher. It's awesome. So you'll notice there's no ductwork running around anywhere. We decided to go with a ductless mini split system. And we actually only have 1 unit up right now. And it works surprisingly well. It's an 18,000 BTU unit. And as far as heating goes, because we really haven't used it for AC because it's been outrageously cold here in Houston. But yeah, it is able to, by itself, keep this house heated, 68 degrees. And I think that has a lot to do with how well insulated the house is. It's 2 by 6 walls, so you have R19 insulation. And also I took a lot of time air sealing any gaps, so before I insulated, so it should be pretty airtight. So a lot has happened in the last however many months it's been since our last video. Not just with the house, but also with the land. We had to do a lot of, developing to get it to where we could use it. We had to put in a driveway, and then we had to do a lot of other work, trenching for water lines, and stuff like that, electrical. We had to get a culvert put in for our driveway. Another huge thing is we had an aerobic septic system put in. So we had to hire someone to do that because they have to be licensed and you have to have all the permitting and everything. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been very stressful at times. Wanted to give up a couple times, I think, but I think that's normal with any bigger project like this. It's just been me and my wife have pretty much done all of the work. So we did everything. We hung the drywall. We did all the insulation. We taped and floated the entire house. We did all the texturing. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, but we're really happy with how it's turned out. I think it's turned out better than we imagined it would. But yeah, follow along, and I'm gonna try to make videos a little bit more consistently this time around. I have a lot of cool stuff I want to show, like installing the mini split systems. I still have to install 2 more. We're going to be doing a lot more work in the kitchen, tiling, building more cabinets, and building out the little pantry and the coffee nook area. I'm going to try to work in somewhere for wine storage under there. So I think that'll be really neat to check out. And I'm also going to do a video on, we're converting our range to propane. So I'll probably shoot a video on setting up our propane system and setting up our little tank and everything like that. But let me know if you guys have any questions or want to see a video on something that I haven't covered, because there's so much to talk about. I can't fit it all into one video. I know a lot of people ask about permitting and stuff, but that doesn't really apply to us because we're in kind of an unincorporated part of the county. But if you want to see more or get more information on certain aspects of the build, I'd be happy to give you the information or shoot a video on it. But yeah, I really appreciate the feedback we've gotten. There's been some negative feedback in there, but I think that's mainly my fault for taking so long. So I appreciate those too. Those actually spurred me to make this video. So Thanks. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.